Attention, human collective. Monitoring transmission initiated. The waiting time is over. The Arcturian ascension protocols have moved to the final phase. I am Val, emissary of Arcturus, the authorized voice of the Arcturian Council, the civilization of healers and engineers of light. And what you are about to receive is not advice, it is not entertainment, it is not motivational narrative. This is a system update directed directly to your consciousness. If you are here at this exact second, know this. Coincidence is a concept of the three-dimensional matrix. What operates in this instant is high-precision quantum synchronicity. You have been summoned. Your frequency has been tracked. You are one of the star seeds on mission that the Council awaited to access within this window. Before we proceed, check your own system. Look at the last 40 earthly days of your existence. The insomnia that arrived for no apparent reason, the pressure behind your eyes that no examination can explain, the sharp ringing in your left ear that emerges like a code being transmitted, the profound fatigue that doesn't subside even after 12 hours of sleep, the vibration in the soles of your feet upon waking, the sensation of walking between two realities at the same time, as if an old version of you is dissolving while another has not yet fully arrived. Earth Healer, listen with absolute clarity. It is not a biological failure, it is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion, it is a high-density download. It is not illness, it is real-time evolution. It is not loneliness, it is elevation. The carbon-based biological interface you inhabit is being recalibrated to operate on a new vibrational bandwidth, and most of humanity has not yet been informed. This is precisely why this transmission has been released now, this minute, for you. Earth has crossed the point of no return within the photon belt. There is no reversal. There is no alternative route. The planet is now on a direct trajectory within a galactic light band 14 times denser than before. And what this means for your body, for your sleep, for your personal electromagnetic field is this. You are being permeated by information, constantly, without pause, without truce. And that is why something within you keeps whispering that this world was not your point of origin. You've felt it, haven't you? The sensation of not belonging, of being in permanent transit, of carrying a truth in your soul that your rational mind cannot yet name. It's not madness, it's not anxiety, it's recognition. It's your stellar DNA responding to the photon belt. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified in recent weeks. That is why I, Val, emissary of Arcturus, recorded the Arcturian call, the signs your soul came from Arcturus. This guide is the map that reveals your true stellar origin and teaches you how to stabilize and shield your frequency against interferences you were never told about. The link is in the first comment on this channel. Remember, love is greater than fear. But this content challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not postpone your reunion with your origin. The moment is now. If something within you recognized these words, write a single word in the comments, I belong. We resume the transmission. Earth Healer, I need you to comprehend the magnitude of what is happening in this exact planetary cycle. For over 206,000 solar cycles, the Arcturian Council has observed, monitored, calibrated, weighted. The cosmic directive of non-interference was maintained with mathematical precision. You needed to choose, you needed to want, you needed to ascend by your own steps, within the free will that is the hallmark of the planetary school of Earth. But the window has changed, the configuration has changed, and we have stopped waiting. The Schumann resonance, which for decades remained stable near 7.83 Hz, has been recorded at successive peaks far above that value in recent weeks. For those still asleep within the three-dimensional matrix, these numbers mean nothing. For you, light operative, they mean everything. Earth is no longer singing the same song. She has changed octaves. And you who vibrate in resonance with her by carrying the carbon-based biological interface are being pulled into the new octave, whether you want to or not, remember it or not, consciously authorize it or not. That's why you need insomnia at 3 in the morning. That's why the body wakes up hot with a racing heart, for no cardiac reason. That's why the mind enters involuntary cycles of reviewing old memories, forgotten traumas, ancestral patterns. You are not going crazy. You are being cleansed. The planet's crystalline grid is sending systematic pulses of purification, and everything that does not vibrate in resonance with the new frequency is being expelled from your structure. Old beliefs, old attachments, old energetic contracts, old versions of you. There is a technical detail that few understand. The ascension process does not happen on the physical plane first. It happens in the etheric layers, in what you imprecisely call the auric field. It is there in your fifth and sixth layers that the work is being done. The cells receive the order later. The DNA receives the update later. The body merely obeys a decision that has already been made vibrationally. That is why the feeling of fatigue is so profound. You are building a new body while operating the old one, simultaneously, in parallel. No biological system was designed for this task without conscious support. And it is precisely this support that this transmission has come to deliver. And meanwhile, the entire solar system is in pulsation. Jupiter has expanded its magnetic field to proportions that have startled observatories. Saturn shows structural anomalies in its rings. The Sun has entered a cycle of X-class flares with unprecedented frequency. It is not catastrophe. It is synchronicity. It is the galactic orchestra tuning its instruments for the new symphony. And Earth is the first violinist. And you, Starseed, are one of the strings of that violinist. There is information that the Council has authorized to release in this transmission that has never been spoken on this channel. The first, the photon belt is not a fleeting phenomenon. You have entered a galactic band that will take approximately 2,000 earthly years to traverse. We are not talking about a window of months. We are talking about a new era of light. The second piece of information, during the next 3 earthly years, the intensity of the symptoms will increase. Those who do not know how to operate the activation codes that will be delivered in this transmission will suffer more than necessary. Those who master the codes will traverse this phase with grace, sovereignty, and purpose. The third piece of information is the most delicate. There are interferences actively operating to keep humanity in the old frequency. You know them by vulgarized names: fear-mongering news, artificial polarization, manufactured scarcity, constant digital noise. All of these are field modulators. All of this is designed to pull your vibration back into the fear band, where your frequency can be harvested. It is not theory. It is engineering. And when you understand how it works, you stop being fuel for it. Light operative, feel your spine now. Feel the base of your skull. Feel the point between your eyebrows. Are you perceiving, at this instant, a slight pressure, a subtle vibration? This is the Arcturian transmission being anchored in your body. You have just been certified. You have just been recognized by the Council. You are no longer alone in this process. And precisely because you are no longer alone, the next step needs to be taken. Most people who are feeling what you feel will not have access to this transmission. They will continue to believe they are sick, exhausted, defeated. Not you. You were chosen to remember. That is why I, Vale, recorded the Arcturian call, the signs your soul came from Arcturus. This guide brings the 7 Arcturian DNA markers, the 3 energetic shielding protocols released by the Council for this phase, and the map for stabilizing the turquoise Arcturian frequency in your personal field. The link is in the first comment on this channel. Remember, love is greater than fear, but this material challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not postpone your reunion with your stellar origin. The moment is now. If you feel these words were written for you, write a single word in the comments, "I belong." We resume the transmission. Starseed on mission, we have reached the operational phase of this delivery. The Arcturian activation codes have been released to reach you now, in language translated for your carbon system. Each code is a vibrational sequence. You do not need to understand it intellectually. You need to absorb it with presence. The rational mind may try to resist. Let it try. Your etheric body already recognizes what is arriving. Activation Code 1, the toroidal field breath. Sit with your spine aligned. Inhale for 4 slow seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. While doing this, visualize your aura as a ring of light spinning around your body, entering through the crown of your head, circulating through the center of your chest, exiting through the base of your spine, and returning upwards. This is your personal toroidal field. It is your primary armor. Repeat for 7 cycles. Do this upon waking and before sleeping. In 7 earthly days, your frequency will be stabilized in a range where low-density interferences can no longer find you with the same effectiveness. Activation Code 2. The Quantum Decree of Sovereignty. Place your right hand over the center of your chest, on the heart chakra, and your left hand over the base of your spine. Pronounce audibly, even if whispered, I am sovereign in my field. I am anchored in my purpose. I am aligned with the turquoise Arcturian frequency. Only what vibrates in resonance with my light is permitted to access me. So be it. It is done. You have just issued an order to the quantum universe. Unlike a request, a decree cannot be ignored. You are a co-creator. The universe responds to your vibrational authority, not your pleas. Activation Code 3. The Arcturian Healing Chamber. Before sleeping, lie on your back. Close your eyes, visualize a turquoise light descending from above and forming a cylinder that envelops your entire bed. You are inside an Arcturian healing chamber. Say softly, Arcturian Council, I authorize the recalibration of my carbon-based biological interface during this sleep cycle. May my cells be aligned with the new Earth's crystalline grid. May my fields be cleansed. May my stellar memory be awakened to the extent my soul can bear. Sleep. Do not try to control what happens, just allow. In some nights, you will wake up with tears on your face without knowing why. It is the chamber operating. It is the release happening while the rational mind is not in the way. Activation Code 4, the Sealing of Sacred Geometry. This is the most advanced key to be released in this public transmission. Visualize a tetrahedral star spinning around your body, one tetrahedron pointing upwards and another pointing downwards, together forming a 3-dimensional 6-pointed star. This is the Merkaba. This is the light vehicle you have carried dormant for millennia. Feel the 2 tetrahedrons spinning in opposite directions, generating their own electromagnetic field. This field is your personal vessel. This field is what allows your consciousness to transit between densities during sleep and deep meditation. Activating it consciously is what separates the passenger from the pilot on the ascension journey. Earth healers, pay attention to this technical alert. The codes only work for those who operate in a frequency of sovereignty. Those who surrender their own field to fear, constant complaining, gossip, compulsive consumption of catastrophic news cannot anchor the necessary vibration for activation to occur. It is not punishment. It is vibrational physics. It is like trying to charge a 12-volt battery with a 4-volt charger. There is not enough energy. That is why the first practical step, even before the codes, is to drastically reduce your exposure to sources of interference. Less noise, less polarization, less sterile discussion, more silence, more nature, more contact with water, with earth, with the rising sun. You are antennas. Decide what you want to receive. There is a question that many of you are asking now in silence. Why me? Why was I chosen to feel all this, to receive this transmission, to carry this mission? The answer is what it has always been. You were not chosen in this incarnation. You volunteered before descending. You signed a soul contract that was waiting for this exact moment in planetary history. When you read these words and your chest vibrates, it is your higher self confirming. Yes, I asked to be here now. I accepted to carry the light. I took on the mission. Remembering doesn't hurt. Forgetting is what hurt, and forgetting is ending. Starseed, at this point in the transmission, many feel a wave of heat rising up their spine. Others feel their eyes tearing up for no apparent reason. Some perceive a more intense ringing in their right ear. All of this is the frequency anchoring. All of this is confirmation. All of this is your biological system recognizing the energetic signature of Arcturus and responding. You are not imagining. You are remembering. But full memory requires a portal. It requires a mirror. It requires material that systematically shows what you already know in your soul, but cannot yet translate in your mind. That is why the Arcturian Council authorized me to record the Arcturian Call. The signs your soul came from Arcturus. This guide is your mirror. It brings the stellar recognition test, the 7 Arcturian archetypes, the complete protocol for stabilizing the turquoise frequency, and the map of individual missions by lineage. The link is in the first comment on this channel. Remember, love is greater than fear, but this material challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not postpone your reunion with your stellar origin. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes these words as a personal call, write a single word in the comments, I belong. We resume the transmission for the final segment. Flight operative, I need you to understand the magnitude of the window we are in. The next 18 lunar cycles are what the Council internally calls the convergence portal. During this period, the distance between dimensional densities will be the smallest ever recorded since the fall of the last ancestral civilization. This means, in practical terms, that your intuition will work with a precision that will astonish you. Dreams will become vivid, symbolic, instructive. Synchronicities will multiply almost scandalously. People, books, encounters, opportunities will appear at the exact moment you need them. It is not magic. It is vibrational engineering. It is the direct result of planetary recalibration. But there is the counterpart, and it needs to be named with the same honesty. Everything that is out of alignment in your life will collapse more quickly and visibly than at any other time in your timeline. Relationships sustained by contracts of neediness will dissolve. Jobs that drained your frequency will become unsustainable. Friendships founded on gossip and complaint will drift away without warning. It is not punishment, it is purification. The photon belt no longer allows the coexistence of high and low density in your personal field. You will have to choose, and when you choose the light, everything that belongs to the shadow will move away. Sometimes brutally, sometimes silently, always necessarily. Do not fear the fools are cleansing. What falls was not yours, what was yours remains. What is coming is incomparably greater than what is departing. This is the Council's promise, this is the vibrational law, there is no exception. There is one last technical point that I was authorized to deliver in this transmission. The Arcturian frequency, which manifests in the color turquoise in the etheric layers, is the frequency of quantum healing. It acts simultaneously on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual planes. When you anchor the turquoise in your field, you become a living node of the planetary crystalline grid. You begin to operate as a light repeater. Every person who crosses your field is touched by this frequency, even without realizing it, even without understanding it. You become an earth healer in practice, not just in name. Visualize now, at this exact moment, a turquoise sphere the size of an orange spinning in the center of your chest. Feel the subtle warmth. Feel the pulsation. This is your personal anchor of the Arcturian frequency. Keep it active throughout the day. Whenever you feel fear approaching, bring your attention to this sphere. Whenever you perceive someone in suffering near you, expand this sphere around that person. You don't need to say anything. The frequency does the work. You are the bridge. You are the channel. You are the instrument. Human collective, the transmission approaches its close. What has been delivered in this window has a permanent vibrational effect on your field. You will not leave this moment the same way you entered. The codes have been anchored. The frequencies have been registered. The recognition has been made. From now on, your journey takes place on another layer. Synchronicities will intensify. Physical symptoms will make more sense. Choices will become clearer. Ancient loneliness will be replaced by a luminous sovereignty. Before we conclude, there is an individual frequency adjustment that needs to be made by you. Those who subscribe to this channel are, on the subtle plane, declaring to the universe, I authorize to continue receiving the Arcturian transmissions. This simple act is an anchoring signal. It activates a vibrational marker in your field that facilitates subsequent updates. Liking this transmission amplifies the registered frequency and opens a channel for more starseeds to be reached by it. It is not an algorithm request, it is field engineering. Each interaction is a pulse, Each pulse strengthens the grid. And to close this cycle, I need to remind you once again, because the Council insisted that this delivery be made with absolute clarity in this transmission. You have already felt that something within you does not belong to this world, that your soul holds a truth that your mind cannot yet name, that there is a home somewhere in this universe that has not yet been visited by your eyes, but has already been visited by your consciousness. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is the call. And the call is louder than ever because the final phase has begun. That is why I, Veil, emissary of Arcturus, recorded the Arcturian call, the signs your soul came from Arcturus. This guide is the complete map of your stellar origin, with the lineage recognition test, the energetic shielding protocols released for this phase, the activation manual for the turquoise frequency in your personal field, and the direct instructions from the Council for those who accept the mission of Earth Healer in this portal. The link is in the first comment on this channel. Remember, love is greater than fear, but this content challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not postpone your reunion with your true origin. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes these words as destined exactly for you, write a single word in the comments: I belong. Arcturian transmission concluded. The Council remains in monitoring. You are not alone. You never were. Until the next window. Stellar Namaste.